You know, I'm supposed to be a carriage shop, a wheelwright, but it seems like my time has been kind of consumed with getting my farewell, my playground place done, but I spent a lot of time this summer working on this gift store across the street, and we're getting really close. She would like to open up here soon. So I've got a few things that I'm going to take out of my shop and set over there. One is this big old platform scale. I've had this for probably 42 or 43 out of the 45 years I've been here. It's a beast. It'll weigh, if I use all these weights on this thing, it'll weigh up to 1,500 pounds. I've weighed probably 800 pound objects on this, but I don't use it very much. I have a smaller platform scale that I use more for shipping truck freight type stuff. And I have a couple other deals here that I'm going to use. This is a fire pot for, I think it was for melting lead. It's got some pivot handles on it here that I think was accommodating a cast iron pot, and I'm assuming that it was to pour lead out of. I don't have that top part that would accommodate this. This actually works really well, and I have used it quite a bit. Back in the day when I was doing some trapping, not for a living, but just kind of for fun, so I would put a 5-gallon bucket on here and I would boil my traps. And I've got also another torch here, and I remember my father using this style. I don't think it was this torch, but again, it's another white gas kind of burner, and I'm going to set these over there as well, either on a shelf or in a display cabinet. But I'm going to run this over this morning, and I've got a couple other things that I want to dig out of my dark recesses here and take over to that gift store and start doing some of the decorating toward the museum part. I think we're going to put this right next to some of Rick's stuff. Well, I've been kind of going back and forth in my mind about whether I put this manure spreader over in that museum store or not. So I don't have everything finished, my final stripes, and I want to adjust on the wheels as well, like I had mentioned before. But I am going to move it over there. I can do my final painting and that type of stuff over there as well as I can do here. There is enough room over there to accommodate, so I think I will go there, and I really would like it out of here because of some other things I need to do in here. So before I do that, there is a set of 2 gears that go inside this hub that actually engage the axle that makes this whole operation work. So I'd like to put those in before I get too far ahead of myself. So these gears actually go through the backing plate on this hub, and they are spring-loaded so that they engage the hub to the axle while the wheels are going forward, and when the wheels happen to back up, they will freewheel. This is what engages the whole mechanism. I'll show you where they go. So I've got this blocked up. So right now, there's no engagement at all. It's just freewheeling and the axle is not turning. These gears, I guess they'd be kind of like a pawl maybe. One goes there and one goes here. And they have a cotter pin in the back that keeps them in place. And then they have a spring that goes in this position here. So when the wheel is going forward, it catches on these ears here and will drive this axle. But when it is going in reverse, it will compress these springs and you'll hear a clicking sound. It'll just click and freewheel as it goes backwards. Not the most convenient to get to, but there's a cotter pin that goes in the back. One spring will go there, and this spring will go here. I have to kind of hold this one in place as I put the hub back on. So you can hear it clicking when we're going in reverse. And then when it goes forward, it engages that axle. Well, this door is 8.5 feet wide, and this manure spreader is pretty wide. I could get the front axle through because of the fifth wheel undercarriage, but the rear axle we had to sidestep a couple different times to make this corner. I think we're going to set this kind of right about here in the center of the room, and we'll put display stuff all around it. And I've got a couple other little items that I would like to put. I think on top of the bathroom I have a shelf there purposeful to put a few other things. Well, I think I have shown you this little vehicle in the past. It's one of those children's size or possibly a salesman's size little wagon. This one I've actually had stored away for some time. I've had it a long time. This is the box. So when I picked this up years and years ago, it had these original set of runners on the undercarriage and the box set in here. I've since made a set of wheels to go on it, but they aren't original. These are, so I think that's how I'm going to display it. I'll take the undercarriage over first, and then I'll take the box over. Well, this little tractor and the trailer is an Alice Chalmers, and I have had this since I was 2 years old. My father was an Alice Chalmers dealer in Great Falls, and when I was 2, he bought me this tractor. It has had the rubber tires on the rear replaced sometime, but I grew up with it, my children grew up with it, and I'm going to put it next door as well. Well, this is the start of putting some decoration stuff into this museum. She would like to open fairly soon. I have lots of ideas what I can put over there. This manure spreader was kind of the centerpiece of it. Like I said before, I can do my finished little striping once it's over there as well as I can do it here. So this is kind of the beginning of the move, trying to get it operational. She's going to do her gift store along with it. I'm just adding decor, and others of the community will be adding as well. So this is just the start of the move into the new museum gift store. Appreciate you coming along. Thanks for watching.